It went, right? I always have to double check. Okay, so we're going to talk about two things today. We're going to talk about arc length and sector area. And arc length is the area on the circle. It's like if you think about the circle like a pie, right? Which I'm pretty hungry, so yeah, it's the crust. So that's the arc length. What's your favorite kind of pie? Pecan? I don't know. Pecan? Pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie. Oh, I don't like coconut. Ugh. Chocolate's okay. Okay, so in our pie, the sector area is the crust. The sector area is the crust. The sector area is the actual pie. What did I say? Oh my gosh. Yeah, never mind. Let's go back to this. This is arc length, and it is the crust. Right? Arc length, yes. Okay, and the sector area is the pie. Okay. Now, the formula is arc length, and arc length is S. Arc length is S. I don't know why it's S. Arc length, where did they get an S? I have no idea. AL something, but they didn't. They put an S. I don't know why. Okay, so this formula right here is if theta is in radians. That's if theta is already in radians. And to change something from radians to degrees, you multiply by pi over 180. So if I start in degrees, I have to add the pi over 180. Okay? And that's as hard as it gets. All right, we're going to take the radius times theta. If it's in radians, we just multiply them together. If it starts in degrees, we have to add the pi over 180. So the sector area, if we're going to do this, the formula is theta over 2 times the radius squared, pi r squared, so it's still the area, it's just a part of it. And this is if it's in radians, and this is if we start in degrees. Right, this is the area, that's just the crust. So there's two formulas, depending on what they're asking. They're either asking for arc length or sector area. So here's some examples. I have R, theta, I want S. So S equals R times theta. 2 pi over 3. I know, you're going to have to write it down. Of course it is. Why would I waste my time if it wasn't going to be on the test? No, I don't. No, I really, really don't. Ever. Straight, what's on the test is what I'm teaching. So, S equals R theta, it's already in radians, so literally we're going to multiply straight across. S equals 16 times 2 pi over 3. And y'all, when we do this, we're going to go to the thousands because that's what it asks for on the test. So we'll just do the same on the homework so you're used to it on the test. So it asks for the answer here in thousands, and on your test it's going to say thousands also. So you're going to take 16 times 2 times pi and divide by 3. What? You're going to use the pi button, not the 3.14. Use the pi button. Yeah. So after you multiply all this out, you get 33.510. So the next one is in degrees. So what changes? I add the pi over 180, right? Push. Wait, this isn't mine. I don't have it able. Wait. I'm not on here anywhere.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, in my homeroom.
Yeah.
Maybe this might be somebody. Is he new?
But I'll try to find him.
That's all right. In homeroom today?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh. Okay. All right, I'll get it. Thank you. Okay, so the radius is 4.2. My theta is 230. And I have to add the pi over 180 to multiply. And if you multiply, you get 16.860 feet. Because it asks, this one wanted S. S is the arc, this is A. Okay, you guys, so I told you that the S was arc length, which I don't know why they named it, because the sector area you would think would be the S, but it's not, it's the A. Yeah, I don't know why.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. There's very few things I'm positive about, this I know. Okay. Mm-hmm.
When you, like, if you go to Moen, you can put it, like, to a certain number instead of having it below. Can you do that on there?
Can you do that? There you go. Figure that out. Let them know. Okay, so what do I have here? I have the R, the radius, and I have the S. What am I missing? I'm missing the theta, right? So if the formula is S equals R theta, and I know the first one is in radians, I have the S and I have the R, so I have 15 equals 7.2 theta. If I divide by 7.2, theta gives me 2.083. How do I get from radians to degrees? Multiply by pi over 180, right? So I'm going to take this and multiply by pi over 180. Oh, 180 over pi, friends. What? Because, so this is in radians, but to get to degrees, yes. Okay, so this one, what am I looking for? The area. So 115, yeah, this is degrees. So this is the degree one. So, and what am I looking for? A. So let's get the right formula. So this is this one, right? So we're going to use theta over 360 pi r squared. So theta is 115. What was it? Theta over 360?
Yes.
Times what? And then the radius is 28 squared. Yeah, I forgot the front part. I just did the problems. So, what's the question, Jada? All right, what am I looking for on the next one? I'm looking for theta in degrees. When I solve it, I'm going to get theta in radians unless I use the other formula, right? So it doesn't matter what you choose. If I do this one, my theta is going to be in radians. If I do this one, my theta is going to end up in degrees. So it doesn't matter which you choose. Okay? So which do you want to use? Since why would you pick the top one? It really doesn't matter, except what do you want your answer in? So why wouldn't you choose the degree one, right? You're going to get the same answer either way. So why not just get the answer from the start? Thanks. So I'm going to get theta over 360 times pi over 33 squared equals 285.1. So what's the first thing you have to do here? You have to do the 33 squared, right? Because that's the exponent. So once you have this number, how do I get rid of the 360? Multiply and then divide by pi and 33 squared. Okay. Okay, so the last one that we're going to do. So, right, we need the S, right? But do I have a theta? No. But I have an A and an R. So we have to find the R using the A formula, right? We're going to find the R. Oh, I mean the theta. We need the theta. We don't have the theta. So give me which one is the area with the radians, because it's shorter. Okay, so my A is 43. I have theta over 2. And my R is 10 squared. So now I can find my theta, correct? So I'm going to take 43 times 2. Jada is 86. Thank you. And then divide by 100, right? So I get 0.86. And this is my theta in radians. So if I do this, S equals R theta. So I don't have the S, but I have the R now, which is 10, and the theta is 0.86. So my S is 8.6, correct? So I'm going to put 8.6 here. But now I need the degrees. So I'm going to change my theta to degrees, and I do that by multiplying by 180 over pi. You had to find your s, and then you can find your theta. And if you did that, you get 49.274 degrees. No, it's not. Because that's in radians. So his question is, are we using different thetas? The answer is no, we're not using different thetas. This theta was in radians, but it asked for a degree. So I had to switch it. So I had to multiply You got examples right here.